how I set out my life. I actually have a background in engineering, and I studied engineering at the University of Michigan. Hey, I want to talk a little bit about why math. This is a very critical time in your life, all right? And it may not seem that way, because me looking in, and I don't feel like I'm that old, but just looking in and looking back at where I came from, and where I was when I was in ninth grade and starting out, what was I thinking about? What goals did I have? And what was so important about that time of my life that began the path that I have been on since that point in time. So I would say that the foundation of who I am probably started around the time that, high school, my high school experience. What type of lifestyle do I want to have? What are my goals? What are some of the things, when we talk about lifestyle, what are some of the things that you desire to have for your life when you get older and you start to have a career of your own and families of your own? What's something that you want to include in your life? When we're looking at setting our goals and thinking about, what type of life do I want to have? Do you want to be able to take vacation whenever you want to and go wherever you want to go, right? Do you want to be able to say, you know what, I really would like to get a new car this year? Do you want to be able to do those things without having to worry about finances? My passion was, I was really interested in teaching. I really wanted to be a teacher. I had family members that were teachers. I loved, the thought of really making a difference in someone's life. My principal at the time said, I think that you probably would have a really good career in engineering. And I'm going to provide you an opportunity to go to engineering camps and explore the engineering field and see if it's something that's going to be good for you. So now, once you have identified, okay, what are my dreams, what are my goals, what's my passion, what lifestyle do I want to have for myself? I want you to also think about how will you achieve those goals. You're looking at where you want to be and what are some of the things that you can put in place now to get you there. Let's talk a little bit about academics, okay? What are some of the things that you're doing now academically at school to open those doors for you to reach those goals? And if you can set yourself apart from someone else, then that door opens up for you. Okay? Does that make sense? And I know that the topic of this was why math, but there are so many other things that you need to be looking at prior to making that decision to go into a particular type of field or make those types of goals for yourself. So I'm grateful for you guys to share those things because that's awesome. Changing our attitude, changing how we go about achieving the work that we need to do, our work ethic, achieving high grades. So that's great. So I want to share with you what my wake up moment was and what kind of turned around, I would say, or helped me to develop my inner drive for wanting to be successful in my life. So growing up, I had a really big family, and one of my aunts contracted cancer, and was stomach cancer, and she was pretty young. She was only in her 40s, and unfortunately she did pass away. But prior to her passing away, I remember a very special conversation that she had with me. And she basically said, in every single thing that you do your absolute best. Every single thing that you do. And I will tell you that at 44 years of age, I still live by that. I was only 12 years old when she said that to me. That was my wake-up moment. I woke up and I said, you know what? I am going to do the very best that I can in everything that I do. And it has happened for me. It has happened for me. And I want to leave you with that thought. Have any of you ever experienced a situation where it has caused you to want to make a change in your life for the better. Sometimes that wake-up moment does not happen for people until they are well into their adulthood. But you're putting plans in place so that you can be successful to achieve the goal that you want to achieve. But I am trying to help you recognize that there will hopefully come a point in your life that you will determine, wow, this is going to set my path from now until, for the rest of your life. How successful am I going to be? You can make that decision. Your environment doesn't make the decision for you. You make that decision. Am I going to be successful? And what am I going to do to make sure that I am successful? So now, why math? I'm going to talk a little bit about how math can be a great foundation. It may not be where you end up in your life, but math is one of those things that helps to open doors for you. 17, the top 10 paying jobs in America. So let's make the linkage. You guys were saying that you want a lifestyle that's going to allow you to be able to do the things that you want to do. You don't want to have to worry about finances. So how do we make the connection of our current situation to being able to get to that point? The top 10 paying jobs in America in 2017 all have what in common? Math in common. You don't necessarily have to have a degree to be successful. There are a lot, and being that I come from a manufacturing environment, there are a lot of skills that are needed in this country where math is required, and you can also make quite a bit of money doing it. Electrician being number one. Math is very important. It can help you open the doors for success and reaching the lifestyle and passion that you're looking for. Why do I think that math is, regardless of your passion, you're going to need math in some way, shape, or form? If you don't know what you want to do, you have more opportunities if you are strong in math. If you don't know what you want to do yet, if you are strong in math, the doors can be opened to so many opportunities for you. So we're talking about taking math seriously because of the opportunities that could occur for you if you so choose. So back to goal setting, back to the fact that math opens doors. We have to know what we're striving for, right? If you have the goal to go to a particular university, you have to know what they're looking for, right? That requires some research, all right? So now do you see why I wanted to start out talking about setting goals for yourself and understanding where you're trying to go and what steps are you taking to get there? Some of that is just educating yourself about what it's going to take to achieve that. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is there are people in this world that are successful, and you have access to those people. You may not think it, but you have access to those people. I will be perfectly honest with you. That if you desired that you wanted to be a CEO of a company, and let's say, for example, your principal decided, if you went to your principal, you said, you know what, I really would like to speak to someone that's successful, that works in the field of, maybe let's say engineering, and I need a mentor. You need you can seek out the opportunity to speak to those people. But you have to have the desire to do that. Because guess what? Majority of those people are excited to talk about themselves, are excited to talk about how they can help you and help you develop your path and help you to achieve your goals. And some of the things that I would encourage you to talk to these people about, whoever you decided you wanted to discuss this with. What were your dreams when you were my age? What was your wake-up moment? What did you do to achieve your dreams? What failures did you encounter along the way? Why am I asking you to ask about their failures, right? There are people that are doing the exact thing that you aspire to be. You can go and speak to those people and talk about these questions. And then take that information and reflect on how that translates to your life. What are you going to do differently? What are you doing now? What are you going to change about yourself? And then begin to take action. Take action to achieve the goals that you set out for yourself.